but I'm being joined by Major Mohammed Shah as well. He's a defense expert. Major Shah, I'm sure you just heard the former Human Rights Commission of Sri Lanka. She was talking about how dire the situation in Sri Lanka is, how there is an extreme shortage of not just fuel and electricity, but basics like food and water. What do you think India can do or should do in such a difficult time? End of the day, being a defense and military expert, you'd concede that an anarchic neighborhood having chaos in Sri Lanka, that's something which India can ill afford.
Of course, you know, India is doing its bit completely. In fact, you rightly mentioned $3.6 billion of aid. I mean, we're not a rich nation ourselves, but we are doing our bit there. Thereafter, we are also sending food and grains. And now, also the military from Sri Lanka, they are supporting the protesters. They've joined the protesters because the military person who refused to shoot at the protesters because they do not think it was right, an ethical thing to do. Now, we had our Indian army in the mid-80s in Sri Lanka. That was the Indian peacekeeping force in Sri Lanka, which had gone to fight the rebels, the LTT personnel. Now, there were rumors emerging of perhaps the Indian army, but that's not nothing. And from now, what else, apart from that, what we are doing is, apart from the aid, we are also giving them more support. We are doing all that we can, because Sri Lanka is like a brother, it's like a younger brother to us, and it's our duty to come forward. Just because of failed leadership in Sri Lanka, they are going through this kind of crisis. And well, that leadership did not resign. When the public, when the people, when the awam, when the population, when the normal common man were angry with the government, they want them to step down. Now, what is their demand? Even they know. They're intelligent, cultured, educated people. That's a different thing that they have gone inside the presidential palace and they have ransacked it. We cannot compare it to the same thing, that same event that happened on 15th August 2021 in Afghanistan, where Taliban came and ransacked the presidential palace over there. Because those guys,
no, certainly no. I would, yes, of course, I'd like to reiterate, sir. Nobody is doing that. End of the day, we are also emphasizing on how responsible these protesters are. Other countries as well, and you say that the world is now wary of China, but Major Mohammed Shah, I don't see it translating into ground. When it comes to helping Sri Lanka, there are ceremonious statements which have come from the United States and the Western world as well, but nobody has come out with a major amount, a major dole with which, you know, they would want to help Lanka out. India has done all it can, as all of you have highlighted. $3.8 million of aid has been provided, of course, credit line for fuel, hundreds and thousands of tons of wheat and rice has already been given to China. India is doing all it can and will continue doing so. But what about the rest of the world? The world which has been warning others against the evil designs of China. Perhaps by helping Sri Lanka, it's possible to keep that in check, isn't it, sir?
Very well brought out by you, in fact. You know, America, which tries to behave like a big brother to a lot of countries, and they came for Ukraine's aid. Of course, they are still helping Ukraine through NATO, when Ukraine is not even a member of NATO. Now, where is America right now when Sri Lanka is in crisis? They haven't come for that, and people keep speculating whether America will come for Taiwan when Taiwan is in trouble because of China. Sri Lanka is in trouble because China only at the end of the day. It was self-inflicted, it was self-brought out by them because of Rajapaksa's inclination towards China, his leaning towards China. Okay, agreed. But now where's US? Where are the Western powers? Where's UK? It is India's magnanimity and its large-heartedness, which is showing towards a small brother like Sri Lanka, because we have always believed in humanity, irrespective. Even the Gulf War, we evacuated not only Indian citizens, but citizens from other countries. The Taliban crisis happened, India evacuated even Afghans from different nationalities. Sheikh Hasina, the Bangladeshi Prime Minister, thanked India. When we launched Operation Ganga, we not only evacuated Indian students, 28,500 students to be precise. We not only got back the Indian students, we got back the entire international community from there. So much to the fact that Pakistani bus was flying Indian flag to keep itself safe. So yes, where, rightly brought out by you, where are the people who talk that we will be there as a big brother? Where are they today? I don't see anyone.
Point taken. On this note, I'd like to thank all the guests. It's a wrap on this bulletin.